Welcome everybody, and Tesla, if you're out there, you're going to enjoy this post, for we're going to take your charging system and now we're going to make it world dominating, and that's what it should be. You should be able to install charging and put in Tesla enabled cars in everything you produce. OMEs also use your Tesla charger, and we're going to do this with a profit. So let's get started right away. So Tesla, how are we going to make it all better for you? First of all, you have to stop sending CCS-enabled cars to Europe and everywhere else. You have a great charging system in Europe, and I know most of them are Tesla chargers. I mean, the few CCS, are you even installing CCS chargers anywhere? Are they all Tesla chargers with adapters? So if they're Tesla chargers, why would you send CCS-enabled cars to Europe? They're your cars. Send Tesla cars to Europe. There's a law that you can't send Tesla cars to Europe. If they actually make a law, isn't that against free trade agreements? So then we got to go to the other countries you installed plugs to and sending cars to, like Australia. I know you send some to Korea. You send some to a few other places around. Stop sending, matter of fact, stop producing CCS in China. I'm sorry. Put your foot down. Send Tesla plugs. If they want to charge at a CCS station, you send it out. You have the adapter with you, so they can clearly charge the CCS stations. You must put your foot down. And do you wish to continue to install CCS in your cars? If that's such, stop it. Just go CCS. Don't do Tesla plugs in America or anywhere else. However, if your plug is better, I don't have to be better, as good as CCS. And yes, it's better. You're up to 350, they're still at 250 and 150. Your plugs are obviously much better than CCS. Is there advantage to putting in a CCS plug? So for what I can see, there's no advantage for that, because all you have is an adapter and you can charge CCS cars. How about the semis? The semis use special plugs on those CCS enabled plugs. Are there special wires in there that semis can charge at a higher rate? As far as I understand, the highest rate they got is 250. They charging more than 250? And if technically, if you're going to go to semi, you got to produce a semi plug. It's water cooled, higher energy. Everything's not going to work out to the standard CCS charging systems that they got right now. So that doesn't make sense to use CCS to charge semis. There's no reason for CCS. And that's the first point of this vid. You got to get in your mind that CCS is out, Tesla is in. The next point you need to know, you need to start your world domination. And what I mean by that is that it only takes a few cars, 1,000 or so, you know what I mean, in a few countries to start dominating the world. And what are they going to dominate the world with? Tesla chargers. Remember, your name now is TWCN, Tesla World Charging Network. So you're going to start putting chargers in. And I think the very first place you try is Israel. Israel is a nice place. It's small. You need a couple chargers up north, a couple chargers out south. You know, half a dozen chargers around the middle section. That's Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. You know, while you're in Israel, where they already got a few cars there, appreciate a few chargers. Why don't you go to Saudi Arabia? Say, Saudi Arabia, how would you like me to install some chargers and send you some Teslas? I'm sure they say, certainly, we'd love to see some Teslas. You're talking about a half a dozen chargers around the main areas. There's not a huge areas you really need to develop there in Saudi Arabia. So once you do Saudi Arabia, how about going to Turkey? Turkey's another viable place. You can do another couple dozen in Turkey. You cover Turkey. And then while you're at it, Greece is a small island. It really will only take a couple chargers to do the whole of Greece. So you go and start installing in Greece. So that's about half a year, maybe less. Fill up a ship, 5,000 cars. Send 1,000 to Saudi Arabia, 2,000 to Israel, 1,000 to Turkey, and another 1,000 to Greece. Now you got the full, that Eastern Mediterranean ready to install and ready to sell Tesla cars. Remember, we're only producing Tesla cars in China now. now you continue with domination. You do Korea, you do Japan, you do Australia some more. You do those islands nations. So it only takes you a few charges to hit the whole thing. Another 5,000 ship. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Another established Tesla charged area. You go back and you install a few more charges in Israel, maybe a few more in Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Greece, and why don't we hop over to Italy? Now there's a very good place to start. Italy and Spain. Now you got the whole Mediterranean. Well, you got the underbelly of the Mediterranean and the east side of the Mediterranean, all working on Tesla chargers, all receiving Tesla cars. But what else you want to go? How about Egypt? How about, South America? Again, a few chargers, and you can establish yourself in those areas. Now you're starting to dominate the world. We're only talking about a boatload here or two or three boatloads. Talking about a few chargers here and there. They're all established on, well, Tesla cars and Tesla chargers. And the reason why you can do that, you got Germany opening up. You got American opening up. With American opening up, you can also start to do places like Mexico. You know what I mean? Send more chargers in Canada. More cars. You got to sell these cars somewhere. You might as well open up new areas with new chargers. Russia and Ukraine ever decide to get their act together, you got the Baltics. Meantime, you can do Poland. You can do a lot of countries that even though they're EU, they don't care what they're going to get. They'll be glad to take the best charging network and the best car. Give me more, give me more. That's the story there. Elon, you'll have so many open markets. And I'm not even talking about India, Africa, or South America. You have so many open markets that you can't produce enough cars. You have to start building more factories. So what about your profit margin? I'm all into profit. I love profit. It's how you can establish not only world domination, you can establish, you'll have enough funds to continue growth, to continue driving the world to a sustainable future. And yeah, I have everything covered you need for sustainability, including FSD. So, well, my next post is going to be, you got to be kidding me. It's how you can make money installing chargers. Not costing you anything. You're going to be making money on it. And the footprint or the negativity you normally would receive is going to be pushed off. This will really help you to install chargers. And you're going to love my second post. My second post is going to go into detail how you can make such great money. So I thank everybody and God bless. Have a nice day.